Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Global Worship Team Training and Approved Ministers Course 2025 Thanksgiving, and this is my testimony. My name is Minister SAMMY GITHINJI, all the way from the Republic of Kenya, ministering under the ministries of Crisco Ministries, which means Christ Co-workers. Ministering at one of the branches called Monyo Crisco, under the leadership of Pastor Richard Minor and Pastor Nancy Minor. I have been in the worship team for 5 years and currently a worship team coordinator. And Approved Ministers Course 2025 came at a time there was dire need in my spirit to advance in ministry, to advance in skill, and there was so much hunger that it took me to the place of prayer to seek God's direction on where to invest. And I thank God that the Approved Ministers Course 2025 was the place where God wanted me to invest, because I boarded this train of the Global Worship Team, and I thank God that this was the right place that He directed me. As the word of the Lord says, that my sheep know my voice. And I thank God that I had His voice to this place. Yeah. So specifically, one of the ministers who stood out for me, and practically before I say this, I want to thank every minister that was a vessel that the Lord used to the honor and glory of His name in this course 2025. And I would like to say thank you for your timelines. They were so awesome. They were very beautiful teachings I have never had, and I thank God that I know that worship is a weapon. And I thank God that every minister stepped out to be used as a vessel. So the ministers who stood out for me is Minister Tunji and Minister Ruth Sifa. Minister Tunji, because he emphasized on some very sensitive issues, and one of the sensitive issues he emphasized on was types of worship teams, and one of them is the band, the other one is the body, and the other one is the just filling slots. Minister Ruth Sifa, because she ministered about protocols to be followed by a prophetic psalmist, and having the knowledge of the protocols of God. And one of those protocols is the tabernacle of Moses, the tabernacle of David, and the tabernacle of Jesus, and the grouping of songs. And I really thank God for that ministration and for every other minister who ministered. The Approved Ministers Course 2025 is a course that every minister that has been called into prophetic psalmistry and has come out to worship God in truth and in spirit should practically invest in the Approved Ministers Course, take the teachings and sit under this leadership and learn. It's something I would recommend for every minister. Yeah. And something I would also recommend is that every minister should invest here. And if led by God, they should even support this ministry financially, spiritually, and in every capacity that the Lord will lead them. My encouragement to every minister and to the ministers who the Lord is using as a vessel in the Global Worship Team is that do not stop doing what you're doing. It is creating a very huge impact, and the Lord has chosen to use you